TNT here, and today I'll be starting a new tutorial series called Redstone for Beginners. And what I'm trying to do here is just teach those who don't know much about Redstone how to use it, the basics, and how you can make some cool stuff with it. So let's get started. Okay, so first off, I've got here the 5 items in Minecraft which can provide a redstone signal. You've got your 2 pressure plates, stone and wooden, which provide power when you step on them. And also in the wooden one's case, provides power when there are items on it. Stone ones do not, so there's a difference just if you didn't know. You've also got your redstone torch, which constantly provides a redstone signal. You've got your button, which provides power for about a second when you press it. And you've got your lever. Pretty self-explanatory on how that works. Next here, I've got the items in Minecraft that will carry a redstone signal. First off, you've obviously got your redstone dust. You've also got your repeater, which you can set a delay to. So watch carefully. Oops. There was a slight delay before the power from this wire passed through the repeater and to this wire. So that can be pretty useful. And I've got a block here. In fact, you can actually pass the redstone signal through any solid block with the help of repeaters. The special ability is they can actually either push or, well, put power through a block to the other side as shown here, or it can pull power from a block if the block is powered. So if there was no repeater there, nothing would happen on the other side. Put a repeater here, it's pulling the power that is in the block that is put into it by this wire, if that made any sense. So any solid block will work. Stone bricks, wool, sandstone, wood, but not transparent blocks such as glass. So nothing will happen if you do that. Next, I've got here the items that will respond to redstone power. You've got pistons, you've got doors, you've also got rails which you can switch junctions with. It's pretty useful. And you've got powered rails. You can either power the block which is connected to, or put the power source next to it. Works both ways. Oops. And of course, TNT. Good fun. So I'm just going to try and explain just some basic properties of redstone wire. Now, the first thing you'll learn is that redstone wire can only transmit a signal for no more than 15 blocks. Now, I've marked out here along this wire every 5 blocks with a piece of glass. And if you have a look here, that piece of glass is against this piston, which means this is the 14th block of redstone wire. And over here, by doing this, I'll be placing the 15th piece of redstone wire. And as you can see, it will power all the way up to 15 over here, which will power that piston. Now, just to prove that it won't do anything more than 15, sorry, I'll place another one here that will be 16, and nothing's happened to that piston because if you watch here, the power travels all the way up to this block here, and it stops. This piece is not powered. And you do notice something. The wire does get darker as it moves further away from the source, so that's a good way to tell whether you might need to place a repeater somewhere to extend your signal or something. But yeah. Next, obviously this is pretty basic stuff. Redstone wire can go up 1 step, so you can make nice staircases with it. But they won't go up any further than 1 step. As you can see, I've got 2 blocks here, you won't go up. And for anyone out there who doesn't know how this works is there's redstone on the wall. You don't need to place redstone there. I'm right clicking. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's not doing anything. When you place a piece of redstone 1 block above there, it will just kind of automatically connect. So that's just if you didn't know. And as I said, can't go up any more than 1 block. So this does allow for quick and easy way of making a spiral staircase of redstone going up and around. But there is a better way to go transmit redstone signals upwards, and that's just by doing this, having torch after torch. Oops, like that, and that way you can control all the way up to here. Let's just make this nice and simple. There we go. So that's easily transmitted my signal from this torch all the way up to there. And if I quickly grab this and switch that off, you'll see that up here the wire is also off. The only problem with this is obviously sometimes you might have an extra block here, and you'll have to invert your signal because there's like an even number or something. You know, you could just mess up the inversion of the signal by doing this, and because every torch has a slight delay to it, if you have a really tall line of these, your signal could take a while to reach up to there. So there's just a few problems, but you can extend that as far up as you want. You don't need any repeaters or anything, as you would with plain redstone wire. And as most of you should know, when redstone wire is in a line like this, it will only power the blocks which it is pointing to. So the two sandstone blocks will be the only blocks that this redstone would power if it was powered. So if you've got anything along sides here where it's not pointing to, it won't be powered. And if you've got a piece of redstone like this, it will power all sides around it. And if you have a look here, I've just set up this little thing, redstone there. If I power it from underneath, you will see it has powered all the blocks around it, turning off all these torches. And another useful trick to know is redstone can pass signals through transparent blocks like so. Now it does look like they're separated, but if I quickly show you by doing this, you'll see that the power has traveled through that block and onto that wire under there. Now, for whatever reason, this might be useful because, you know, you might need a block covering that wire, but if you had a solid block there, such as sandstone, you'll see that the redstone down there hasn't received that signal. So if you do that, it does. And you never know, you might have water flowing over it, so that's probably why you'd want that glass there. If not, water would destroy your redstone and probably wreck some other stuff too. That's just a useful trick to know. And glowstone is also transparent now, so if you want, you could use glowstone. That will also work. As you can see, it's powered as well. So next I'll be explaining the mechanics of redstone and redstone torches in particular, and how they work. So a redstone torch will provide power to all 4 adjacent sides, as you can see, as well as the block above. When they're on a wall, obviously it provide power to all 3 sides that it's facing, but not behind, but also on top it powers that still. And the special thing about redstone torches is, if the block they're on is powered, they will turn off. So as you can see, this redstone torch is powering this wire, which is powering this block, which then turns this redstone torch off. And this is the basic, basic principle of behind all redstone contraptions. It's basically called a NOT gate. What it does is, as you can see, reverses the power. You've got power going in, but no power coming out. So this is a very important concept to understand if you want to make cool stuff with redstone. Another cool trick to know is that if you want to power a block to turn off the redstone torch on it, the redstone wire actually has to be pointing into the block, like that. If it was just passing over it like that, it won't do anything because technically it's not actually affecting that block at all. So you have to have it pointing at it. Or another way is, let's say, you're running out of space, got a nice wall here, and you want to turn this torch off. You just put the wire on top of the block, and that will also turn the torch off. So that's just a handy trick, something you need to remember when building these things. So thanks guys for watching. That's all I've got for this episode. Next episode we'll be looking at some basic logic gates, and I'll be explaining how to build them, how they work, etc. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave us a like, and if you want to see more, subscribe. Thanks for watching guys.